Hello, today is the 14th of April 2024. It's a Sunday, so it's a time to make a new video in English. As you know, I'm making some videos in English for practicing or teaching people the economic terms and what's happening around us once every like 10 days or so, or once every week, depending on the events. And right now, the closest event was, of course, the Iranian drone attack, which was expected, which was imminent for like week or 2 weeks, which was forward guided, like the Fed forward guides, the economy that we are coming, we will be coming. So our drones will take about so many hours to arrive, and so they are going to fly this area. So it was sort of communicated action towards Israel. So this does not change the result, but for the moment, things look like, and they claim that this is it. They are not going to have more things to do as a revenge of what happened in Syria on the Iranian embassy, which was killed some generals of the Iranian army. So they said this is good enough reply from us. So depends on how this will be tracked by Israel. Whether are they going to take a turn now back to visit them in Iran or not? Everybody knows that the people are not feeling easy because Iran is developing their nuclear warheads. They are very close or almost done it. So if they really had the nuclear warheads, I don't think we will have any more of these skirmishes. So we have to find another two countries where we can work on our economic terms. Okay. So basically, rather than talking strategically on this, because nobody can tell what will happen, when will happen at the moment, we can discuss about the results and whether they did the action required on the economic side of the business. First of all, the Strait of Hormuz is not closed, and the Iran still ships oil. Well, I can't understand why don't they just destroy their oil fields, start, because that's where the money flows from, and that should be very easy, just destroying, getting rid of all the Iranian oil producing facilities. But then the problem comes to um, the oil will be about $200 probably in that case. So they are allowing the enemy to produce as much as they can. So that's another thing, a funny side of war. If it's a war, if you can call it a war, it's a funny war. In any case, the gold, we could not measure the gold at those hours because it was set. The whole actions were set on Saturday and Sunday, so everything was complete during Sunday. So we'll see what outcomes of this will happen on Monday, which is when the markets are open. But we have only one indicator, which was gold, crypto gold, which is a stable coin called PAX, PAX G. So that's amount of physical gold stored in LMBH, London Metal Basis Exchange, and against every crypto coin, it's claimed to be having a equivalent of gold, physical gold stored. So I don't know how can they resolve the issue if suddenly at one night a ton of requests comes, and how can you deliver it? I mean, so it's a bit difficult situation to find somebody to sell you at that time of the night. So I don't believe in any paper, crypto, digital, or even leaving my money or gold coins for a second. I would not trust any authority. I'm talking any authority, not just banks, okay, not just London Exchange, not the crypto, let's say people in the crypto business, because gold is a product of non-trust. Okay, it's not a trust investment. It's not just any investment. Otherwise, why would countries buy their own gold stocks and store them under their central banks? They can just buy the paper gold, and just say, I have so much gold on hand. It's all paper. That's not how it works. And that's not how it works for people as well. So don't try to sugarcoat it with, stable coins, paper, government issued paper, government guaranteed accounts. To me, they mean nothing, nothing. Okay, because it's against the nature of gold. Okay, you cannot even return it like a coin. You shouldn't even market it on the coin market. They should be kept underground, under the table, anywhere hidden. So basically, or maybe broken into pieces in a different environments, and that's how they should be hidden. So in fact, I'm receiving a lot of requests from people who are trying to collect back physical in Turkey in return for paper, guaranteeing that against paper, anytime they can change their gold to paper to gold, physical gold. You think I'll do that? No way, Jose. None of the countries which had billions and tons, let's say not millions, but tens of thousands of years of their ancestors hoarding gold for security, they learned their lesson. You do not trust your gold to any let's say entity. Okay, maybe your parent. Okay, your son. That's it. Nobody else. So basically, that's how what kind of an investment gold is. It's not an investment. It's a security asset, which, like as I said, central banks don't trust each other. They have like allies, okay, like NATO. They have Warsaw Pact. None of the countries in NATO trust the other NATO nations. Okay, they are sending some gold to London or New York, but not for trust issues. They are getting a loan against them. So it's a collateral. So if a collateral is, if you cannot pay it back, they'll just keep the collateral. That's why it's not a normal just keep it for me in your safe issue. Okay, so it's hard to understand for common people. It's hard to understand for common people other things like when you have a printer, like you have a dollar printer or you have a euro printer, you are the authority, like the Fed, and the European Fed. You have the authority to print as much as paper money as you can, and nobody can stop you from doing that, except that there will be inflation if you print too much of them. But the question is this: when you have a printer at home where you can print endless amounts of money, why would you borrow the same money from people? Does it make any sense? You're printing it, you have the printer, you are the authority, and you're asking people, can you please lend me the money that I gave you, printed and gave you? So the existing economies are all lies. It's nothing real, okay? It's just a show off. So basically, for all humans, they want to protect themselves. They can watch this things are happening around them just to distract the attention, because there are very strange things happening on gold recently. What's happening is the US dollar interest rates went up hugely, and they still couldn't stop increases in the price of gold until the last day of the week, and which went up to close above $2,400 and just came slightly down to 2,355. So this game has been played for many decades, but now it's decaying. It's not working much. Okay, people are not trusting anymore, because if you make a loan of 1 trillion, not hundreds, 1 trillion US dollars per every 100 days, like the USA does, you have to, because those missiles sent, and the ones that caught the missiles in the air and the drones in there, they are not bought with peanuts. They are bought with gold and money, real money. So if you don't buy them with real money, you have to print money, which causes inflation. It's said that during this one night, let's say, protection against the Iranian, let's say, drones, it costs about $1 billion. That's just the cost of the missiles. Of course, sending all the all the people in the battleships, sending from other countries as well. So the total operation probably just got in a week or two, maybe $10 billion. It's a big amount of money. You could have solved the starvation problem of many countries, but you cannot solve the starvation problem of the defense industry, where they want huge money. And so you try to save penny by penny, so that you can make something from your investment. And on the other hand, one missile goes up and it's a couple of $1 million. So what happened? It's nothing. It's a steam. It went to the air. It's among the clouds. You can see maybe. So this is very, and so the humans who claim that they are the smartest of all creatures are not doing things very smartly. So um, and artificial intelligence is badly needed because of natural stupidity that's in existence, and that's the major force in today's world, unfortunately. So what can we do as small people, small investors, small amount of money to our savings to protect ourselves and families, at least for some time? uh, we have to save in stable items like gold. Silver is a secondary one. It's still a valuable metal, but changing hands of silver are not as easy as gold. Gold is worldwide acceptability. So, and it's very easy to carry. You have to have 83 parts of silver against one gold. So you need to have a big pack, so if you're leaving somewhere. So I'm not saying that silver is not profitable. It is profitable. It will gain a lot of money, but it's more industrial metal than it's a security metal. So you must understand that. Otherwise, I don't have to make silver look bad so that gold looks good. Okay, but that's why the central banks are not storing in their vaults silver, platinum, palladium. They're just storing gold. Okay, not the stock exchange stocks. And they do keep some government bonds, which are they're trying to sell and get rid of very quickly. Like recently, there weren't buyers, so the interest rates on government bonds went up close to 5%. So that was the breaking point. But I think some friendly country started buying them. Otherwise, no private person in his right mind would buy a country's loan papers, which when they create $1 trillion worth of it every 100 days. So they know it's going to be inflationary. They know it's going to be from the beginning. $1 has already lost its 99% of its value. So only 1% of 100% is remaining. But the activity is slow, so people are not recognizing. Also, in countries where the inflation is much higher than the US inflation, people are thinking that the US dollar is more valuable, which is not the case. The case is that it's just melting away slower than your own currency is melting away. Otherwise, as you know, the countries which are compared in the basket of price for US dollar, DXY, are like the countries Europe. The exchange rate is 106, 10. It never goes to 3. It never comes down to point 2. It's always around 1. So it's quite stable. The Japan has made some headway in this. Their yen used to be 110, 120 yen per dollar, 120 yen per dollar, 110 yen. Right now it's 153 yens for dollar. I think they are the friendly country buying the U.S. government bonds. I think that may be one of the last stops before the desert. Okay, so if you want to drink some water, that's the right spot, last resort. There aren't other countries that are very willing to buy the U.S. government bonds anymore. So anyway, I tried to give you a small summary, But this distraction of what's happening in the Middle East, I don't think this war is ever intended to end, because right after this move, the US President Biden already said to Netanyahu, they are not going to get involved in an attack to Iran. Okay. But okay, if you don't do that, they are going about to produce the atomic bomb, nuclear bomb. Then what good is if you interfere? It's too late, right? Well, both parties are right, but I don't think they want to end the war. They just want to keep it going on and on. So for the people who are shouting, "What is this inflation? Why are you printing so much money?" Sorry, we are in a war. We have the world order to keep. So we are not our only problem is not just keeping you, full. We have other problems to keep up with. So that's the best excuse in the world to let's say erase all the mistakes you made, so that you initiate. So any country, any politician, when they fall into big trouble in money and this and that, they try to distract their own people, saying we have security problems, we are being attacked, we must do this. So and none of them really comes into fruit. Fruit in most cases, it's just a scare of the other enemy attacking you. So it works as a political hedge. Okay, like we are hedging our money, so it works as a political hedge. So in any case, for the gold, which is denominated in a stable coin in gold, which I just mentioned before, it went up to close to 2,700, and let me check the right number because I get different numbers from different sites. It went up to 2,855 dollars an ounce, and the volume was $63 million. That's all the volume, $63.4 million. Then it started coming down, and right now it's quite stable at $2,445 with a volume of $115 million. So at this price. So right now people are buying, forward buying, let's say, in crypto, $115 million worth of gold in the London exchange. So that's how it's calculated. Well, it's about $100 above the closing price on Friday. So we'll see if they'll be matching both at the same time, because world will be looking to what will be the next reaction of it's an action reaction game. So like a ping pong game. So now it's Israel's turn, what they will do and what will not do. So based on that, the economies will take a new turn. So next time, if they hit let's say Tehran or any of the facilities, the stock exchanges and gold and all others will price in this time what will be the next response of Iran. Okay, so that's how the game goes on. For you, you don't have much authority to stop this, what's happening. You're just watchers, spectators. So we have only one choice. We must collect as much as physical gold, not paper gold, as we can. I don't know how you can solve your being stolen, theft situation. I know people who are storing in different bank vaults, in different 6, 7 branches of the bank. They hire their safes. Some people are storing under different conditions in their houses and gardens and many other locations. So they are thinking of not to be detected by metal detectors. So they know that much. So if you put it under your pillow in your bedroom, you don't have much choice, when the thief comes in. So it's protecting from one thief and not running into another thief. So basically, that's your only solution. You have to find out. I cannot tell you what my hideouts are, because then it will be obvious for everyone. I know people keeping them in the paint boxes in their gardens as well. So because they are metal and metal and metal, so there are many paint boxes in the, so I know people keeping them in their ice section of their refrigerators, with together with the food. So sometimes they are cooked by mistake or thrown away. Oh, this is, because when the refrigerator electricity went off, and the things in the ice box of the, let's say, freezer section of the refrigerator went stinky. So this other guy, not knowing the gold is stored within them, just threw away the, everything, the food material together with the gold to the garbage. So uh, check the garbage. I don't know. Maybe you can find something. Anyway, I hope you all nice day. Silver, gold, they are on a path to heaven right now, above, not dying, just gaining value. Oil depends. It will not go up very slowly, 92, 93. If something happens in the Strait of Hormuz, it can suddenly go to $130. So depending on the situation, if nothing happens, it can stay around $70, $80. So it's your choice. What I do, I buy it when I find it cheap. I buy it continuously also, but when it's cheap, I try to buy more. Okay. So what will you do at this age with so much gold? Everybody should have plans, and you should have a plan. You should have an aspiration, what you want to do with that money. Because if you don't, there is no purpose in saving. Maybe I will open a cat house, or a farm for the cats. So that I don't have to, just like anybody, travel the world, buy a boat, and buy a helicopter, and get expensive cars. Everybody has a different dream. I don't mind it. The dream can be different, but reaching the dream, there is only same way. You must save money, invest money, okay, and keep adding to your investments. Then you reach your target, okay. Then what happens when you reach your target? You have a new target, okay, above the first target. Okay, anyway, that's how things go in the daily life of a investor. Okay, see you again, and hope you a very nice week. Let's see what happens until the next our next video meeting.